Hey, kick off your shoes and come on in. I'm Abigail, wife, mother of 4, breastfeeding advocate, and homeschool enthusiast, documenting my self-love and motherhood journey here on YouTube. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Abigail, the homeschool hippie. If you're new here, it is so nice to have you. Most of you guys know this is Miss Araya. Hi, are you going to say hello? Ooh. Yeah. And recently the pregnant doula tagged me to do the self-care tag. This is wonderful timing because it is World Breastfeeding Week, and I think that it is so important to talk about self-care, especially when you are a breastfeeding mom. Yes. As you can see, I have Miss Araya here with me, and she is a booby baby, you guys. She nurses nonstop. She does not take a binky. She does not take a bottle. She does not like to be away from me. Hi. Do you want the attention? I'm going to do the self-care tag, but I really wanted to point out that it's so important for our breastfeeding moms to take that time to themselves. As a breastfeeding mom, it can be really hard to find time by yourself. So sometimes you just need to send the kids away to grandma and grandpa's or a sitter for even just an hour. And if you can't get your baby to go somewhere without you, or you feel like it's really impossible to have that time to yourself, nurse your baby and just lay down in bed with them, or put them down on the floor and lay down on the floor and just kind of set your phone off to the side, maybe play some light background music, and just really take some time to breathe and enjoy the quiet. If you want to, you can try to take a shower. A lot of times, especially if I've had a really stressful day, I will try to put her in her bouncer, and if that doesn't work, I will put on my water sling, I'll hop in the shower, and I'll just kind of turn on the water and let it run over me and just have some quiet. So we are going to enjoy our quiet time while we kind of lay here, and I'm going to do this YouTube tag. But with it being World Breastfeeding Week, like I said, I really just wanted to place that emphasis on, even if you have a clingy baby and you're breastfeeding, you're still important too, mama. So my number one self-care tip before I even start the tag is, even if you're a breastfeeding mom, if it's just a quick shower, or it's like I'm doing right now, just laying in bed with my baby, having some quiet time where she's playing and rolling around and she is happy and safe and loved, you can just take that mental health break. Set your phone down, play some soft music, watch your baby play, make sure that they're safe, in a safe environment, and just take the time to take a deep breath. I know that that can seem like a daunting task, especially when that baby is fussy, especially when you're breastfeeding and your baby doesn't want anyone else, doesn't want a pacifier, doesn't want a bottle. But mommy, you're important too, so take that time out, okay? So I'm going to read these questions. They're here on my phone while you guys hang out with us in our room for our little time out of the day. So question number 1 is, how do I define self-care? I define self-care as taking time out for myself for a mental reset. This can look like several different things for me, but really it's just taking that time out to mentally and physically and emotionally care for yourself and your needs so that you can take care of someone else. Number 2 is, what is your favorite thing to do when you start to feel overwhelmed? My favorite thing to do when I start to feel overwhelmed is called grounding, and I like to just take a deep breath, sit down somewhere quiet, hold my baby, and I go through my 5 senses. What are 5 things that I can see? What are 4 things that I can touch? What are 3 things that I hear? What is something I smell? And what is something I taste? Once you go through the 5 senses and you really take those deep breaths, you can kind of feel yourself just relaxing and tuning more back into your environment and away from whatever the stressing factor was at the time. So for me, that's really therapeutic. Number 3 is, what is a quote or affirmation that gets you through the days, and I have a lot of them. Really like that I've survived 100% of my bad days, just to tell myself, breathe. This is temporary. Number 4 is, what is a sign that you may be slipping or going over the deep end? For me, I am really bad about sleeping or just self-care in general. When I kind of go over the deep end, I really don't want to do my hair. I don't want to do my makeup. I don't really want to eat healthy foods. I kind of just want to lay in bed and sleep all day. So the big signs for me are not wanting to clean, not wanting to eat, not wanting to sleep. And although, like, obviously I do catch up on those things, when my husband sees that, like, hey, you didn't do your hair and makeup today. Okay. He kind of takes a mental note, and on the second or third day, he's usually really good about saying, like, hey, I've noticed, you haven't been doing your hair and makeup. I just want to check in with you. We've worked really hard to put that safety net in place so he knows the signs and he knows the right questions to ask and how to get me help. 5 is, what is the area of self-care that you struggle with the most? And honestly, it's just taking the time out to do it. If you've been around my channel at all, you know that I have a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an almost 6-month-old. And so on top of being a mom of 4, I am also a full-time wife, and I homeschool, and I pump to donate breast milk. Hi, baby. So really, like, by the time you add in pumping and you add in breastfeeding, not only 1, but 2, and you add in taking care of 4 kids and homeschooling and cleaning, it's really just taking the time to say, hey, I need my 10 minutes today. I really struggle with setting aside that time. 6 is, what are some songs on your current playlist? I don't really have a playlist that I listen to right now, but I will say I am listening to Rachel Hollis' Girl Wash Your Face, and that is super empowering. I'm listening to it on Audible. But if I had to choose a song, when I'm in a really down mood or I really need a pick-me-up, I listen to the song I'm Only Human. Who is someone that you call when you're having a stressful day? So, as most of you guys probably know, I've suffered with severe postpartum depression and anxiety for several years. Something that I learned a long time ago was that I needed to be able to have a safety net of people that I could call when I was having a down day or I really just needed some reassurance. And so I kind of have a list. It's kind of like a phone tree. I will message my husband or call him, and if that doesn't work, then I message or call my best friend Winnie. And from there, I just kind of go down through my friends list. Like, I know that some people are more prone to understand some of the situations that I'm going through than others. And so I try really hard to connect with at least one person and say, like, hey, I'm kind of having a down day. I just wanted to talk to you. How's your day going? And get that distraction technique in. So I think it's really important to just make a list and write it out. Having that list written out that you can say, like, I really feel down, I really feel upset, I'm gonna look back at my list and see who I planned to talk to when I was upset about something. That, for me, that's really beneficial and really helpful. Number 8 is advice for someone who is struggling right now. If you're struggling, find a friend. If you need to, inbox me. I will listen to you, I will talk to you, I will validate everything that you are feeling. You're not in this alone. It is hard. Honestly, my best advice would be to just make the time. I know it's really hard, but find something you're passionate about. And number 9 is, who do you tag? You guys, being a new YouTuber, I don't really have a lot of YouTube people to tag. I'm going to throw this up in hopes, though, that someone else will see this and be encouraged to continue the trend and and do this tag with you guys. But I want to thank you for joining me for my quiet self-care time in my bed and enjoying just a few questions with us. Can you say goodbye? Araya Roo. Araya Roo. Araya Roo, look. Look. I want to thank you guys for joining us for the self-care tag. I want to thank the pregnant doula for tagging me, and I want to remind you guys, you are loved, you are valid, you are amazing, you are a fantastic mom, you're a fantastic significant other, spouse, wife, worker, employee, whatever it is that you do, you are amazing. And apparently Raya wants to talk. So, thank you guys for joining us. Peace, love, happiness. See you in the next one.